Hello, hi, howdy. Welcome to another quick stretch and strengthening session with Auntie Angel. That's me, also known as ZGALA. I'm here in the Head Hutt, a mega sculpture I built myself with these two hands and then wrote a book about. You can find that book on Amazon. And there's a link to that book on Amazon down below. I'm just going to do some quick upper body stretches, and as usual, I thought I would invite you to join me if you feel like it, to whatever degree you feel like. I like to always remind you, there's not one way. Make sure you follow your own lead, listen to your own body, and as I'm demonstrating, you can be silly, you can not brush your hair, you can wear whatever you want, and none of that should deter you from checking in with yourself, doing a little extra stretching and strengthening and letting go of stressing. Just put that stress down, at least for the moment. You can always pick it back up later if you think it serves you well. As I had already started to do, I like to start off with a little free arm swinging just to get things loosened up. And because of the way the camera is set up today, I'm just going to be doing some upper body stretches and keeping it simple. So let's get started with 3 deep breaths in and, more importantly, out. The exhale is really where I like to bring the most attention, but let's breathe in and out slowly and add a little shoulder shrug to the whole situation. So breathing in, bringing the shoulders up and tensing. Sometimes I like to add my fingers and my toes and my pelvic floor and hold, and then just letting it go. I guess that's not a slow exhale. That's a quick exhale. We'll do some slower in and out after we get through some other stuff. How about that? I like to swing the arms one over the other, then the other over the other. Left over right, right over left, in case that didn't make any sense, and just to get the brain involved a little and keep it all even Steven on the stretching. Let's do another breath in, tensing up, holding, and then just letting that go, letting the arms swing. We're going to do one more of those before we get into some more arm stretches. Breathing in, tensing up the fingers, the toes, pulling up the pelvic floor, holding, breathing in a little more, and then If you do nothing else today, just enjoy yourself a heavy sigh. Make a little noise with it. See if you don't feel just at least a little bit better. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think it feels better to let go of stress and let yourself make a sound however feels right to you today. It's gonna vary. If you're out of practice, just practice trying on a few different sounds, a few different kinds of sighs. See what you like today. That's my unsolicited advice. Let's do some stretching. I'm going to bring one arm up overhead, step back just a little, and then bend to the side. You could do this seated, but I encourage you, if you've been sitting down, to get up and stretch a little. If you can bring yourself to it. Let's go to the other side. And as I was doing that, I was noticing I'm pushing the hips, and that's great. That's a different stretch, though, than the other way we're going to do. Let's do that a couple more times. So pushing the hips one direction and pulling the upper body in the other direction, including the arm. We'll do a couple on each side. How about this time look up into the elbow, changing that stretch a little bit. And over to this side, and then looking up at the elbow. Coming back, and now let's do that without pushing the hips. So I'm going to plant the feet nice and firmly here. I got a wide stance, so that's what I'm going to go with. And then instead of pushing the hips, I'm going to keep the hips where they are and just pull the upper body. That again just changes that stretch up quite a bit. And just all about variety around here. Coming back to center, lifting the other side, and again, not pushing the hip, bringing that back to center, and just trying to bend from the waist really, or from the hip, but without that counter lean, just stretching the upper body. I'm going to look behind me a little bit just to add a little twist, and the other way, because that feels good. And let's do some little hand circles. I like to do what I call small, medium, and large circles, just as a framework for getting some variety in there. So let's do little circles or small circles with the hands, just feeling into those bones in the wrist and the hands. One of the areas of the body we probably use the most and don't appreciate, serve us a lot. Just trying to go one way, then the other, then back the other way, and then the other again, just feeling into that stretch, making little circles with the hands, and let's shake that out. Add a nice inhale and exhale. Shake them out to the other side. I like the way my bracelets jangle there. In case you're wondering if I noticed, of course I do. I like it. And then bringing the hands onto the shoulders. Let's do medium circles with the elbows. You can bring them all the way together if you can in front, or if you can't, that's fine too. Just whatever feels comfortable to you. Making some big circles. It's great if you can get the breath involved. Breathing in on the way up. And exhaling on the way down. Let's go the other way. Let's shake that out again. Shake it to the left and shake it to the right. Let's do some big circles now with those arms. I'm going to have to move up here a little bit so I don't hit the dome right back here. Oh. Again, inhaling on the way up. And exhaling on the way down. I got a wind chime in my lights over there. Going the other way. Shake that out again. There you have a nice and simple small, medium, and large sequence. Let's bring the left arm across the body, holding on to it with the right, and just stretching it a little up high, a little in the middle, and a little down low. Little and middle, that rhymes, so you know it's true. I'm sure you already noticed I'm silly, and I like it. Just stretching that arm out a little, however feels right to you, following the own lead. Let's move that shoulder around in that stretch position. Ooh, I got a good chunk in there. Coming the other way. Kind of using the two arms together for the stretch, and then let's swing that out. And bring the other arm across the body, right arm across, hold on to it with the left. And again, just pulling that arm across the body. Up high, little in the middle. Down low, and again just varying it up, seeing what feels good, what feels like needs to happen, and then moving that shoulder around in that stretch position, and the other way. A little baby ka-chunk on that side. baby ka-chunk. I cracked myself up. It's all good. Shake that off again. Let's do a little neck stretching while we're at it. Just bringing the chin toward the chest gently. Just noticing how the neck's doing today. And then gently aiming the chin for the sky. Not trying to crank the head back. Just lifting through the chin. Add a little extra chin point if that feels good to you. And then maybe a little deeper chin toward chest. So add a nice deep inhale and slow exhale. And then up again, chin toward sky. Definitely got some kinks in the neck there. Let's go over to one side. Drop in the right ear toward the right shoulder, keeping both those shoulders nice and relaxed. Sometimes I like to use the hand on the off side to just remind those neck muscles to relax with a gentle massage. You can just even a gentle soft touch there can really remind those muscles to let go, the shoulder to drop. Let's alternate chin to shoulder and ear to shoulder. Just stretching those neck muscles a little bit gently. Again, you're not forcing anything, not cranking it over, just letting it let go of some stress. And then coming back to upright. Let's bounce those shoulders around a little bit and then come on over to the other side. Definitely got more of a hitch on that side. Bringing that left ear toward the left shoulder. Making sure to keep those shoulders dropped. There's a tendency to bring the shoulder up, so check in with that. And then maybe just give a nice gentle rub, a gentle massage, a light touch, whatever feels right, if anything does, to remind the neck to just let go of some stress. You don't have to hang on to all that stress. And then let's alternate chin to shoulder and ear to shoulder, back and forth a couple of times. Just getting a little bit of lightening up. Come back to center. Let's bounce those shoulders around again. Bounce them both at the same time. Bounce one at a time. Bounce them back and forth. Just loosening up the shoulder girdle. Let's bring hands behind back, clasp hands if that's comfortable for you, and roll the shoulders back toward each other, aiming the elbows for each other. If you can, bring them together. If not, don't worry about it. You're like most people, it's all good. And then let's bring the hands down, so just arching the back a little bit, bringing the head up. I'm protecting the neck here with those shoulder blades behind. So if this is uncomfortable on the neck, just don't do it, or do something modified. And then I'm going to come back to upright, and then I'm going to bend from the hips, bringing those arms with me as I fold over from the hips and raise those hands. You can point those fingers if that feels right. Still trying to pull those elbows together, getting a nice stretch through the chest, through the shoulders. I like to do what I call my triceratops ridges, just kind of moving those fingers around. That's just in my mind. I'm tracing kind of some dinosaur spines. I don't know why. All that rhymes though, so at least there's that. Pushing from the bottoms of the feet, unhinging at the hips, coming back into that counter stretch a little bit. And then back to center. I'm going to release the pull on the shoulder blades, keeping those hands together, and then let them go. Got some numbness going on there, so just going to shake that out. It's part of why I do these stretches as often as I can remember, because I tend to get a lot of numbness and tingling and all those kind of neuropathic sensations in my hands and arms. I know I'm not alone in that, and I will give a disclaimer here. I'm not a doctor. I used to be a massage therapist, but I'm not even that anymore. And I'm just a yoga practitioner and a person who likes to make stretching a regular part of my routine and try to encourage you to make stretching a regular part of your routine. Because your body's the one thing you can't live without, so you might as well try to take good care of it. Try to develop a healthy relationship with it. Let's end with a few deep, slow breaths in and out. And for this, I'm going to turn this way so you can see. I'm going to try to breathe into the belly, and I'm pooching it out here on purpose just to show. And then as I exhale, I'm going to pull up in the diaphragm and push the air out of the lungs. And I'm going to do that probably in and out through the nose. I might open my mouth on the exhale, and you're welcome to do whatever feels right to you. You're welcome to follow my rhythm or find your own rhythm that feels right. And I'm just going to focus on breathing in and out through the chest area, particularly focusing on my heart, but also trying to expand the belly as I breathe in and push up with the diaphragm as I exhale. I know that's a lot. Let's try it. There you have it, about 5 nice, easy, slow, deep breaths. That's what they call belly breathing. That's what they call an airplane. And belly breathing is a great place to start if you don't know where to start with some breathing exercises. Just instead of breathing in and lifting your shoulders, which does help open the rib cage a little bit, instead try to keep the shoulders relaxed and breathe in by dropping the diaphragm. That's that muscle around the rib cage on the inside. When you drop that, you can really pull air into the bottoms of the lungs. And so one way to just check in with that is pooching the belly as you breathe in and pushing the belly to push on the diaphragm and expel the air and kind of squeeze it out of the bottoms of the lungs. That is a wonderful exercise, both to calm the whole nervous system, to help exercise the lungs, to help bring more focus and clarity to the mind. It's got lots of great advantages, results, outcomes. I'm not sure what the word is that I was looking for there. None of those were quite it, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I like to end with some clap snaps just to check in with my nervous system. Just, it's all right today. I hope you're doing all right. I thank you for being you and let me be me, however we are. Remember, we're in this together. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And if you do, I'll be seeing you next time. Ciao for now.